wait till it's fully approved.
Now we are.
Mark it immediately.
Call this meeting of the Portertown Council to order. Please rise and follow in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Corinne, would you call the roll, please?
Kelly Kierman.
Here.
Bill Lopez.
Here.
James Burge.
Here.
Don Kraft.
Here.
Laura Madigan. Here.
All present and accounted for. We have a quorum. We'll move on to approval of the minutes of the May 26th meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
The motion, a second. Any question regarding the minutes as presented? Hearing none, all in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's approved. Next, we'll move on to consideration of claims and sewer adjustments. I'd look for a motion to approve.
So move.
A motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion, a second. Any questions regarding the claims and sewer adjustments? Hearing none, all in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Petitions and comments from the floor. If there's anybody here who'd like to bring something forth to the council, please step up, state your name and address for the record, and tell us what's on your mind.
Yes, my name's Kevin Comerford. This is my partner Kelly. We're residents at Dunes Forest Trail, 25 Dunes Forest Trail here in the town of Porter. We're also owners of a business that we recently started just like 3 weeks ago called Bike the Dunes. You might have been familiar with Pedal Power.
Right.
Well, we purchased the assets off the visitor center recently and are starting a bike business. And the reason that we're here today is, and we're very thankful for the visitor center for allowing us to set up on the property. But one of the issues that we're coming across is visibility issues. When visitors come in, and I'm having Kelly pass out this piece of paper, you can kind of see basically the path of travel that they take. They come in off the visitor center, go around the parking lot, and that blue star at the bottom of the page on the other side of the building is our trailer location. So what we're noticing is a lot of visitors, when they come in, they don't even know we're there. And even when people come by and talk to us, they're like, wow, we didn't even know you guys were here, and they're just not getting the information. So I spoke with Mr. Berry the other day, had him come out to the site, and we kind of did a walk around the property, and he suggested I come here and address this council. So, but what we're looking to do is maybe improve like some kind of visibility to let us know, and it's just more directional, just to let us know that, let the visitors know that we're here on site. And, we're trying to do the right thing. I mean, I know the town comprehensive plan in 2023, I believe it was, is to promote tourism. And so, we're trying to get that going. We have long-term plans. I purchased a piece of property on Jelm Street, and I know some of you know about that, but we're trying to maybe do a small little outfitter, strictly tourism related. And we got like a season of basically 3 months to where we could actually make, some revenue. And so we're just trying to, maybe capture a couple extra dollars along with it. But the visitor center, they're very limited on where we could put signs. They don't want it in front of the entryway. And then everything else is a narrow sidewalk, so they don't want like to block ADA access. I did include another picture of the front of the road. Now I know this is owned by the town of Porter, and I was just, I guess petitioning to see if there's a way to maybe put a sign. We have our signs back there. I mean, they're very tactful signs. They're not ugly or anything, but just maybe we could put that out on one of the sidewalks, maybe to the right, maybe to the medium, I don't know. But and I do have a meeting with the visitor center this Tuesday, and we're gonna try to work with them to maybe try to get a yard sign out there as well. But we're just trying to let people know that we exist, and that way we could maybe help generate some revenue so we can get our larger plans of that development on Jelm Street further down the road.
Right.
Putting here. So that's my petition. I don't know, I thank you for your time, listening to our dilemma here, and I'd be happy to answer your questions.
Yeah, no, there probably will be a few questions for you. I know the previous owner at one time, they were at the end of Munson writing the,
Yeah, Pedal Power 10 years ago, by the way.
was it that long ago?
Yes, yeah, I looked it up.
was at the end of Munson at the backside of the cul-de-sac, the north side of the cul-de-sac. So they came to council, got approval to set up in the road. The backside of the cul-de-sac isn't really used. Everybody sort of peels into the parking lot through the other driveway. But they're currently right at the trailhead
Right.
where you'd get on the trail. When you go in the front door of the visitor center, there's a large, I'll call it a shrub, just to the left of the front door that blocks the complete view of their trailer. And Kevin and Kelly have redone the trailer, nice graphics on it, new bikes, some other stuff. So they've got a really nice setup over there. It's kind of hard to see. So Munson Road has a concrete median down the center of it. It's a boulevard. So one of my thoughts was maybe the sandwich board that's right there leaning on the wall could sit on the center median. Maybe you could put a sign to the left, right where you come in the driveway. That's within our right-of-way, so we control that. The strange thing is the road is not in the center of the right-of-way. So the road is east of the actual right-of-way, and part of it's in the national park property. And I don't really want to suggest trying to petition the national park to put a sign up there. So that's the two locations on the email I had sent. One was the median, one was as you turn into the driveway, which is our right-of-way, and we could put a sign there temporarily. And you can explain how you do the sign.
And the sign wouldn't be out there, just when we're operating, we'd put it up at the beginning of the day when we take it down, when we close. And our hours are basically 9 to 6 o'clock on weekends, and then we're there from 9 to noon on every day of the week to allow for pickups. Because we do online bookings, and so we have a lot of people picking up in the morning during the weekdays, but we're only there from 9 to noon. Like I said, we put it out there first thing in the morning, grab it when we leave, just to let visitors know as they're entering into the visitor center that we exist. And that was kind of my only reason for petitioning this board, but you can see the picture here at the bottom. This is basically the line of sight from our trailer, and right where the pole is, you'll see a shrub behind it. People walk in kind of behind that pole off that sidewalk, and they really don't see us, And we do get a lot of people that come by and say, I'm glad to know that you're back here, but we have no idea.
Right.
So,
I think on the median would be good, and I'm not sure where you're talking, Mike, but as long as it doesn't obstruct anybody's vision trying to pull in and out off of 49.
The first driveway, when you turn left into the visitor center, there's a large right-of-way because the road's off-center.
Okay.
So I was thinking right by the driveway where you turn in, and that's our right-of-way, so we could put it there, or have him put it there if we wanted to. And it'd be something they'd see right when they turn in.
I think it's a good idea.
It just gives him visibility and helps his business out, and
yeah.
I think it'd be nice. The trailer's really nice. If you haven't seen it yet, swing by and look at it. Really nice graphics and nice equipment, and we're trying to help somebody.
I have a question. Is your preferred solution to put up a temporary sign each day like you just described, or to relocate your trailer at the end of Munson Road? You like the trailer where it is because
Yeah,
of
the
trailhead.
visitor center actually prefers us there.
Yeah.
I did mention when we had these initial conversations, after talking with Mr. Berry, that there is a possibility that we relocate, or locate originally at Munson Road. She's like, I'd rather have you by the trail. I think it's safer for bicyclists if they're getting a rental, not to go through the visitor parking lot and then they're right there by the trail. And I somewhat agree.
Sure.
But I'm not opposed to relocating the trailer. It's not very hard to do.
Sure.
But, yeah, I just trying to be respectful of the visitor center wishes.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, like, your daily operations, what would be the most reasonable solution for you? I think I've got no objection to a sign on the median or
Yeah.
along that right away at the entrance, like Mike suggested. I would trust the two of you to decide which is more appropriate. I've got no objections.
I appreciate that.
I have no objections.
I don't either. With the sandwich board, the other thing we suggest is they make those like lightweight, not lightweight, but those sandbags.
Yeah.
So if
We-
wind comes through, so it
We
doesn't
don't want it
blow
to
into
be a
traffic
projectile,
and become
yeah. I get it.
exactly.
And we had talked about that. I'm like, if it's a windy day and we see winds upwards of, and I'm a sailor, so I go by knots.
Mhm.
But, like 10, 15 knots, we probably wouldn't put it up that day, but if there's light wind or something. But yeah, we could definitely, I think there's holes in the sandwich board where you could fill it with a material such as sand.
Okay. Well, that might be helpful. Does the visitor center allow you to advertise at all or do a QR code or
Well,
anything?
Yeah, again, we're having a conversation on Tuesday about that, about where, because we have, behind that sign, I have like some yard signs that are professionally done. That came with the trailer when we bought it, but we put our own branding on it. And, she said we'd allow probably placement, but they didn't want it in front of their entryway just because, they have a lot of signs there already, and I get it. And then they can't really put it on the sidewalk because of ADA, so.
Right. Chris, is that good as just a consensus, or do we need a motion to approve?
You might as well approve it in case there's ever a question.
Okay. All right, so I look for a motion to approve, I'm setting your name again.
Kevin Comerford.
Kevin
from
Comerford,
Kelly.
I'm sorry. And what's your business, the
Bike the Dunes.
Bike the Dunes sign? I keep thinking pedal power, Bike the
Yeah.
Dunes, to put their temporary signs up?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, the motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any other questions for Kevin or Kelly? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed?
Thank you very kindly.
You're welcome.
Good luck.
Is there anybody else like to bring something forth to the council? Please step up. State your name and address for the record. I think you've been here before.
Annette Hansen, Hansen, at 218 West Dunes Highway, Burns Harbor, same zip.
Thank you.
We did our ferry festival at Hawthorne Park for 5 years, and I came tonight to say thank you so much for having us for all those years. We kind of outgrew that particular kind of space and need to have a little bit more control. So we moved to the Portage Open Air Pavilion. Again, I just came to say thank you for having us for all those, I know, all those years, and ask if it would be okay, it's all about the signs tonight. If I would just put a little yard sign at the curb in front of the gazebo there, just for, I put it up Friday night, I would take it down Sunday morning. Just in case somebody happens along and thinks, oh, it's always at Hawthorne Park, that they would be able to, find their way to the right area. So that's all I'm asking for, is a sign and a thank you.
Sorry to see you go, but congratulations on your growth. I'm so like bittersweet, right, that you've outgrown us, but good job, that's wonderful.
We love the park,
Yeah.
but you know, the winds and the heat last year,
Yeah,
it damaged so much of our canopies and everything. We had to make a choice to do something a little different.
understood,
Yeah,
understood.
So you're at that, that's north of 12, that,
yeah, it
Is that-
just sits right behind the Ogden Dunes South Shore Station.
right, when you come in.
So visitors can come to our town from Chicago or South Bend.
Nice, lovely.
Yeah, we grew up a little bit.
You'll find the trains annoying there, but,
I'm sorry?
you will find the trains annoying there, but.
Well, I got this whole thing where we're gonna sack race the train. Everybody, they just get earplugs and we sack race the train.
Sounds like a secret.
I also have no objection to a temporary sign for the weekend to help people trying to come to the festival realize that it's not here anymore. So,
I'm agreeable, I think it's good, so I guess we'll just do it by motion again. So I'd look for a motion to approve or put a temporary sign up at Hawthorne Park. Brian's not here to object, but I don't think he would.
yeah, I'll make that motion, thank you.
I'll second it.
For the motion, second, any questions? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, you're good to
Thank
go.
you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Annette.
Have a good night.
Take care.
What were the dates of that sign placement? Did we talk
Friday, the,
I
say
would
that,
put
or
it Friday
did I
night the 12th
of
Of
July?
of June.
of June.
June?
Oh,
June.
it's-
Oh, wow.
This
We're
Friday.
just a couple days away.
Okay,
through the
And then I take
14th?
it down on Sunday morning, the 14th.
Okay.
or Sunday after, because you go Friday and Saturday, right, isn't it?
This year, we're just doing Saturday.
Oh, you're just doing Saturday, okay.
It killed me having to cancel that second day, so we're just going along.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Got it.
Yeah,
Good.
thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else like to bring something forth to the council? If not, we'll close that portion of the meeting and move on to reports. Clerk Treasurer?
All right, I have two quick things. First, I would like to mention that the redevelopment commission determined that there is no excess assessed value that may be allocated or passed through to overlapping taxing units. They made that determination at their last meeting. The council was forwarded that communication in the meeting packet that you all got last week. And just for the benefit of the public, that's an annual notification that must be made to all overlapping taxing units by June 15th of each year. That information does get uploaded to Gateway as well. So that's taken care of. And then secondly, just an update on the general obligation bond process. We applied with the Indiana Bond Bank. They have a meeting tomorrow to consider the town's application for funding. After that, if it's approved, Baker Tilly will produce the final numbers related to the bond, so all the documents can be completed. Still anticipating closing on July 1st. And I've got some signature pages for the town council president to sign. And hopefully we'll have more information later this week.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
Thanks, Corinne. Attorney Christopher,
Nothing to report.
thank you. Police Department, Chief Dickey.
Quick run through the statistics for May, and then a couple of things to update the council on. For the month of May, we ran 753 calls for service, we had 26 case reports, 10 arrests, 20 crash reports, so crash season is upon us. Traffic stops, we had 183, beach tickets, beach citations for the parking down there, we had 16, 8 traffic pursuits, and we did quite a bit of training. We got 2 of the several investigation courses for patrol that we wanted to get done. So a bulk of the patrol officers have completed those. I do have a request for the council to approve contractors for the 4th of July weekend. We did this last year. The good news is we're looking at cutting the costs down substantially. In 2025, we expended $3,500 on these contractors, which are other officers from other agencies. They sign an agreement. And they come out and they work for us. I'm requesting the same. Looks like we're gonna cap it at $1,800 this year. So again, substantially less. So I am seeking council approval to move forward with having those help us out on the holiday weekend.
Okay, look for a motion to approve Dan hiring police contractors for the 4th of July weekend.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any questions? I'm sure we got a few or no? Okay. I just, and that, like they did last year, they use their car too, a lot of officers.
Yep, they'll use their own vehicle and equipment. We don't provide them with uniforms or anything like that. So.
Right, and that's gonna cover the beach that weekend and also the 4th of July Fest at the park.
Yes, yep.
In the parade, maybe?
They would be on duty during the parade.
Okay.
If we needed them, they could be resourced there, but it's mostly for the beach traffic control.
Okay.
Last year, correct me if I'm wrong, Deputy Chief, but we had them already down at the beach.
Yes.
So our officers were down here with the parade, and then they were already covering the beach traffic.
Yeah.
Right, and then you guys have some traffic control problems after the after the fireworks, don't we, too, or?
A little bit. Each year's a little bit different. Sometimes it's really smooth, and other times it's not so much. But I know the Deputy Chief's in charge of getting the contractors and other agencies around the area that'll help send an officer or 2 over just for the couple hours to help out with that. So I don't anticipate any problems this year.
Good.
Just to refresh my memory, last year, you reported back after the 4th of July that having those contractors available was, the day went much more smoothly. It was
Yes.
it was greatly appreciated by the whole department, and it is financially fits within your budget without a problem. Already budgeted for, you're gonna spend less money.
Yep.
It was a huge help. And there were 0 issues, right? We didn't have anything afterwards where it was like, oh man, like everything was great, right? That's what I remember. I'm just asking for a
Along with,
refresher.
everything was great with the contractors, is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean, like.
Yeah, I mean, even the
Bringing
traffic.
them in, like, everything went really smooth.
Thanks to Corinne, but yeah, it went really smooth. Because I had never done that before, where I
Okay.
facilitated these contractors, so she helped kind of walk me through it, the permits and all that needed to be completed. But yeah, as far as traffic and whatnot, I don't even know if we had any significant calls that I can remember.
I don't even know that we had a property damage crash. It was very, very smooth.
I was there and it was great.
Yep.
Awesome.
Any other
Um,
questions?
And I apologize, did you pass that or?
We didn't, yeah, we
Okay, I'm sorry.
Any other questions?
The other question was about how many extra officers does that allow you to
Entail,
have?
yeah.
2 per day from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then additionally on the 4th, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., 1 officer for fireworks. We've already filled 2 of those spots. So we have 3 more to fill, if they're approved. We have people that have said, if you guys do that again this year, I'll participate, so.
Great, great. Thanks.
Okay, any other questions? Hearing no other questions, all in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Hi.
Aye. Opposed? Okay.
appreciate that. And the last thing to brief you on is actually gonna be coming from the deputy chief. Last April, I discussed at a council meeting kind of the joint efforts between the police department and Discovery Charter School on the pursuit of a school resource officer. At that time, it was extremely preliminary discussions happening. There was a couple changes that Tom will brief you on, but I'd like to turn the floor over to Tom and have him kind of give you an update on what's going on with all that.
Thanks, Chief. So shortly after I spoke on that topic in April last year, Discovery underwent an administration change. The previous administration had intended to apply for the Indiana Secured School Safety Grant. That's a mouthful. However, due to the administrative changes, they did not follow through on that last year. They've since hired a new superintendent, Mr. Kevin Zeck, formerly of the Duneland School Corporation. In January, I met with Mr. Zeck and his entire school board. During that meeting, we discussed a wide range of topics surrounding school safety in general and what their expectations are and how we can best assist them. Since that time, we've strengthened the school safety partnership between Discovery and Porter Police immensely. This includes designating 3 of our officers to act as liaisons while they're on duty to promote officer and student interaction during the school day. Additionally, Chief Dickey was asked to and did present an active threat response training program to the entire school staff during one of their in-service training days in March. And if you've not sat through that program, I would highly recommend doing so. Mr. Zeck and I began attending the monthly countywide school safety meetings that are held at the Porter County Sheriff's Office, and we've had several other opportunities to participate with Discovery-related activities since that time. For some context, Discovery's expected student enrollment for this coming August is 520 students, kindergarten through 8th grade. They also have a daytime staff of 70 teachers and associated support staff. So just about 600 people in the building on a daily basis based on their projection for this coming fall. This is effectively a small town within our own small town. All the students are car riders. There's 0 bus service there. Couple quick points of comparison. Yost has 357 students in their building for kindergarten through 4th grade. Brummett Elementary has 346 students, kindergarten through 4th grade. Westchester Intermediate is at 421 students, and Westchester Middle School has 477 students. So all of that to say this, the Indiana Secured School Safety Grant application opened on June 1st and it closes June 30th. This particular grant has been in existence since 2013. It was established by the Indiana General Assembly, and in the last 13 years, it has distributed over $200 million across the state for school resource officer programs and other school safety initiatives. Discovery is applying for that grant in hopes of establishing their own school resource officer program, and they'd like to partner with Porter Police Department if they are successful in that. Obviously, there's a great number of things that would need to happen before any such partnership were to be formally established or adopted for a school resource officer, but Chief Dickey and I just want to provide the latest information on that subject to you all tonight.
Thank you for the update on that. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Is that it, Dan?
That is all I have. If you don't have any questions about the
SRO?
SRO.
Does anybody have questions at this point on it?
Not at this moment.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Tom. We'll move on to fire department. Chief Craig.
The only thing I have is the update, or our stats for last month. We ran a total of 79 incidents. The 10 of those were midnight shift, 35 of them were day shift, 30 of them were an afternoon shift. 4, since the numbers aren't gonna add up, I have 4 that aren't registering. I did not have a chance to audit everything before tonight, so I have some auditing still to do on this record, but total of 79 incidents. One of those was at Porter Beach. We're trying a new thing. One of the things I get asked a lot is how many times we respond for incidents at Porter Beach. So we're trying to track that now in the system. So as of right now, we've had 1 on the beach, and those will only be on beach. We responded to calls in the Porter Beach community, but we're going to try to track the things that happen on the beach. So just 1. I think it came in on. I think that happened on the 31st. So had to make sure we got 1 in before we hit June. I think that's it. 52 calls were in the town of Porter. 5 of those in Dune Acres, 2 of those in Westchester Township. The remaining were assist to our mutual aid departments. And the busiest time of day was 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Everything else was pretty averaged out, except for the midnight shift. And barring any questions, that is all I have.
You have all your part-timers, you're all, you got your roster for them all set up?
Yep, everything started, they're on week, I think this is week 3. Start of week 3, so actually today is, week 3. Everything's going good there. We had everybody but one return. A few of them weren't able to work as much, so we added 2 new. And that's all been going smoothly. We're already progress of the station. We did a bunch of work in the training room today and put some new training TV up. One of the great things with some of the things that the police department does at the station, we get instructors from all over the country that come in, and I always try to pick their brain, like what would you change, what would you do better, and the last one gave me a phenomenal suggestion, and we got that all set up today for that. Got some small engines worked on with my mechanic guy, so that's all going really smooth. Getting some training done with those guys for extra stuff. So, yeah.
All good. All right, thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Public Works Department?
The only thing I have tonight is, I emailed everybody about, our mini excavator. I was looking for permission to send that out for quotes. The equipment we need, needs to be like a 50 series, not the smallest they have, but far from the biggest. The reason for that is one of the main purposes is we want to use it for ditching. And we need both the hydraulics capacity and the arm reach. So that puts us into like a 50 series unit. Our intention is to put it out to as many different manufacturers for a source well quote that meets our minimum specifications for the hydraulics and the arm reach, and then look and see which manufacturer gives us the best quote through Sourcewell. So all the manufacturers, when they return something, it should be a Sourcewell, so we can just take a look at those and see where we're at. And this is, at this point in time, just asking for permission to get those quotes and see exactly where we're at.
Okay, look for a motion to approve Jamie to go out for quotes for a mini excavator.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Any questions for Jamie regarding the purchase or the quoting of the mini excavator? The other thing, do you have a trailer to haul it on, or do we?
That is looking like that's gonna be another purchase. We'll see what we can trade our trailer in, cause we'll probably need a few more, couple
Some
thousand
heavier?
pounds,
Right.
more beefy, but that, besides the unit, we need a ditching bucket, probably need a trailer, and whether we can get a trade-in or not, so that's another added cost. And ideally, sooner or later, we want to get a forester head that cleans the ditches and the brush. It'll clean up to 5-inch trees.
What is
just
that, one of
with
those
rotating stuff, just
grinds
eats
it?
it up, turns it into mulch. But those are our main requirements, and that, the size we're getting would let us do, sewer repairs, myriad of different projects. But the main purpose right now is to get the ditches done, because we got so many throughout town that need it. And this would be a economical way to get it done, rather than quoting out projects here and there. So,
Can I make a request that when you get the quotes for the excavator, you have all of the specs and then compare that to the trailer that you have, and price out if the trailer needs to be replaced all at the same time. I don't love saying, that sounds like a good price for that, and then later it's like, well, we have no choice but to buy this trailer to accommodate this financial commitment we just made.
The
So I'd like to
size
see all
we're
the numbers
getting,
together at once.
the size
is what
we're
I'm saying.
getting, we probably do need another trailer. The only thing I don't know now is whether they'll take it for trade to lower the price or not. But because of the arm length we need and the hydraulic capacity, we have to go with that heavier equipment. And, you know, the issue is just whether we can get a trade or get one, but we will need a different trailer.
So
And
rather than saving that, getting permission to price that out, can I just amend my motion to include giving you permission to explore the costs of replacing that trailer as well? So that we have all the numbers together at once?
the preliminary for a trailer, if we had to buy it outright,
Sure.
was about $10,000. If we can do a trade, we got one 2 or 3 years ago, and, you know, for just that type of equipment, but, because of needing the arm length, that really locks us into getting a 50 series, which needs the bigger trailer. That's
Okay.
kind of where we're at, but, yeah, we can also
Yeah, I'd like
get
to amend
quotes
my
on
motion,
those,
please, to get those quotes.
both
that you put all
trade-in
together.
and,
Yes,
and
please.
new. Yep.
Thank you.
And did you, want me to include the Forester head this year? I mean, it is for ditches,
Knowing
but
what the numbers are is always fine. I don't know if, I don't know how much we're willing to commit to purchasing this year, but I don't have an objection to seeing how much it costs.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, you know, I don't know what your priority is on whether getting that or not, but I like the idea of putting it all together, the trailer, whatever we need, so we don't,
package.
next month, we're not saying, okay, we need to go out for quotes for a trailer, so let's, if you know, if the Forester head is something you think you're gonna need right away, then I'd say
Yeah,
include it,
it really ideally would
you know,
be,
so we know what we're buying all together now.
If you look
Something,
at
you know,
Mineral Springs where we haven't finished the Carlson Corners yet, that's where the Forester head would come and play. Places like that are
Oh,
heavily
yeah, no, I know,
overgrown. Yeah.
a lot of the
Yeah.
ditches,
There's a lot of them like that.
right, they're overgrown and you can just go through there and
Yeah.
clear them and.
Yeah.
It would make,
Yeah.
and what we have available, we gotta hold back about 15 to 20 of our funds that was specified for equipment and a lean-to because of the salt purchase thing.
Right.
You know, by the end of the year, it might be less, but that's what we're looking at. So we'd have somewhere like 75,000 for this purchase, but that might be the cost of the machine solely. You know, we don't know yet. It depends on the Sourcewell discounts on where we're at, so.
Right.
You know, whether, you know, there's another source for funding or, worst case, we could do, you know, a 2-year lease purchase for $1, which I'm not a big fan of
Yeah.
leases, but, you know,
Yeah.
ultimately that might be something, but I'll get quotes for everything we need
Thank you.
and,
So we know where we're at, okay.
Yeah, I know that buying new equipment while we're trying to cut money is challenging to do, but the biggest complaint I hear from not just my neighbors, but everyone around town is the state of our drainage ditches, right, that need to be trenched. And like Jamie said, like every few years, we've got money, we'll contract it out, and it just does not keep up with the deterioration of those ditches. So being able to maintain them and have them nice and tidy within the first few years, all of our residents will be quite pleased with that. And it will, at the end of that work, end up costing us less just by buying it rather
Yes,
than
most
contracting
certainly.
that work out, so. But I hope it's not too much money.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
All right,
Some of those manufacturers, some will quote you just for the machine, for the manufacturer, but some will quote through their authorized dealer. And if they do, those authorized dealers may have access to trailers, and they might be able to do a bundle deal, so at least you have some
Well,
things to compare, getting it separate or bundling it.
the way I'll ask for it, if there's any that does that, is to give us a bundle price and then a la carte thing where they're not including the trailer So, you know, all the quotes will be where we can compare apples and oranges, you know, or apples to apples rather than mix and matching.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Laura amended her motion.
Do you amend your second?
I amend my second.
All right, any other questions for Jamie regarding? All in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right.
Thank you very much. That's all I got.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to ask you too, you guys got called out this morning, a couple tree, I know on Wood Street, big tree limb come down and,
Yeah, they got those. There was some, lift station alarms, they came out for, and I was talking earlier that, once they got out, they cleared themselves, so.
Oh.
We paid for a call out, but
Yeah.
not having a problem is kinda
It's
nice
better than
too.
right.
Yeah.
okay. All right, thank you. Move on to Park Department. Brian's not here, but Don's got an update for us.
A message from Brian. First, he apologizes for not being able to be here this evening. Is two things he'd like us to put down, and that is, the first one is this Friday. There's an outdoor concert at the Hawthorne East Shelter at 7 p.m. And then the other thing is the Joint Chesterton Porter Kids Fishing Derby is on Thursday, 6/18 at Indian Springs Park. Both events are free. Pre-registration is required for the fishing derby, and you can contact the Parks Department at 219-983-1042 for more information on the fishing derby.
Thank you. That's always a good event, the fishing derby. I think it's always pretty successful.
Oh, it's a great event, yep.
Thank you, Don. Building Commissioner, Director of Development. Oh, I'm sorry.
Real quick, I forgot something. I reached out to the state over the banners.
Oh, yeah, for the 4th of July.
They requested we fill out an application for a waiver. We're still waiting to find out the size of the banner and a couple other things, but basically the size of the banner, because we're putting it on the inside according to Brian. So we're waiting for that, but as soon as we get word on what size the banner is, we can.
Did someone reach out to Trent on that, or?
Brian, I believe, did, yeah.
Okay.
If somebody else has his phone number, because Brian's gonna be off for a while, I don't mind calling him, and,
Like you guys phone number.
Yeah, I get his
Speed dial, don't you?
yeah, I can get in, check in with him, because the state, you know, they might reject us,
Right,
for not having it. It's been pending a few days now.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. Forgot about that.
All right, Michael,
Okey doke. First item, 5 contractors for approval that filled out all the forms and met our requirements.
look for a motion to approve 5 contractors.
So moved.
I'll second.
A motion and a second. Any questions for Mike regarding the contractors? Hearing none, all in favor of approval, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right,
Second item, our CCMG paving is complete. Turned out really nice. Punch list is complete. They've got a retainage invoice to send us. Our bid was $368,004.14. The final cost appears to be $342,546.86. I have to give giant thanks to Victor and John. Victor did the inspections for the most part. John helped him. That was easily the best I've had since I've been here. So super job those guys did. And everything tallies up to the penny, and they did a just fantastic job. So saved money on inspections, and those 2 guys know what they're doing. So very pleased with that. I got the chopper pump quotes for North Bailey on Friday. We extended it a couple weeks just because we were requested to by some of the people quoting. We sent it out to 4 different companies. We got 2 quotes, Woodruff and Grimmer. So both of those use the same sub for all the equipment, which is Gasfoda, who actually did our last project on their own. So the low quote was Woodruff at $104,137.79. The only thing they didn't include was the metal H frame that holds up some of the electrical equipment. I will have a price on that tomorrow, but that's not very expensive. It's just a very small frame. Right now, North Bailey's run on one pump, and Larry's not sleeping real well. Every time it rains, that one pump is tough to keep up with, and our vac truck is not in the greatest shape right now, so.
That's a high capacity one
That
too,
is
so
very-
if it
yeah.
goes down,
Yeah.
our vac truck probably wouldn't keep up.
So when we did, in 2019, we did Wood Lake Springs. We had a lot of problems at Wood Lake Springs with, I'll just call it trash. And we put these chopper pumps in. We haven't had any problems with these pumps in 6 years, which is why we're speccing them in all the new projects going forward. So Beam Street and US 20 that we just rebuilt have the same pumps in it. So the goal is to get all the same pumps, which are Barnes Sith chopper pumps. So we don't have issues with parts and whatever, and we have all the same thing, but they work phenomenally well. In 2019, we were planning to do several other lift stations, and for whatever reason, we just didn't do them. So I actually have quotes for 3 of those going forward, Marquette Point, David, No Kill. And 23rd Street is another one we want to look at. But the goal is to reduce maintenance and eliminate problems with any of these lift stations so that these guys aren't scrambling around every time it rains and storms. And I'll get to the second part of that in a minute. But that's the low quote. I was a little surprised that it's more than double what we had in 2019, but then on the other hand, I guess I'm not. I'm gonna have the other 3 that we got quoted on before updated just for equipment and whatnot by Gasvoda, so that we can try and plan ahead for future projects. But I'm just looking for approval of this Woodruff low quote at 104, 137.79, so we can move forward with North Bailey right now.
Mr. President, before you do that.
Yeah.
My recommendation is that you add it to new business, amend the agenda and
Okay.
add that.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, so I look for a motion to amend the agenda to add the replacement of the chopper pumps to do business.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Any questions regarding the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of approval of the motion? Please respond with a yea or nay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
There we go.
All right, so under new business, Mike, and we'll just go back real quick too, is that there's 2 pumps in that,
There's 2 pumps, one's been failed for weeks, well, actually a couple months, right? So it's, the way those work is there's a backup pump if you need the backup pump, and they do alternate so they don't burn one pump out all the time. The Canoni lift station sends all of its stuff to North Bailey. The Dune Park train station, lift station sends everything to North Bailey. North Bailey then pumps to Triangle, which then pumps down Waverly Road and ties in by gravity. So there's a lot of capacity coming through that pump right here, that lift station right now, and it's working on one pump. So
Right.
never a good situation, and like I said, Larry is very stressed about it.
Yeah.
And he's checking on it all the time.
And when that pump failed a few months ago, this was our solution. It was,
Mhm.
do we
Going
buy
off the
another
quote.
pump just like it, or do we,
Yeah.
and so we,
So this solves a lot of problems. We'll have chopper pumps, we're not worried about anything plugging it up.
right,
We'll have all the new equipment and gear on it, and we won't have to worry about that one. That's a very old lift station. And going forward, we'll look at, again, I have a list, but we'll look at which one's the worst condition going forward with the other ones.
okay. I look for a motion to approve Mike giving the contract to Woodruff and Sons for, what's the number on it, Mike? I don't have it.
104, 137, and 79 cents.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
One second.
Any questions for Mike regarding?
Just quick question, Mike, on the, you sent it to us in the documents ahead of time, but just so it's in the minutes, the Grimmer quote came in at what, Woodruff was the lowest one, but what was the numbers for Grimmer?
Grimmer's numbers were 148,500 even.
Wow.
So it's
Yeah.
considerably more.
Pro Pump didn't want to bid after they asked us to, just because they wanted to use different equipment, and we want specifically to have these pumps. And then Gas Boda didn't bid on it, even though there was a sub on both of them, so.
And in the notes we got with that bid, it said, the Woodruff and Sons said that their quote did not include
Doesn't
the
include the
H-frame.
H-frame.
But my
Yeah.
follow-up question to Mr. Berry was, did Grimmer's quote include, and
Yeah.
it did not, it
Did
did
not
not
include
either.
it
So
either.
not,
Yeah.
it's not
They're the
like,
same
it's not like the
quote.
bigger quote included the H-frame,
Right,
neither of them
it
did,
wasn't
so.
mentioned here.
Very inexpensive.
And it's not expensive, yeah.
And the H-frame is nowhere near
No.
$44,000. So, okay, any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
And then back earlier this year, we sent 2 projects to Representative Mervan's office. One was for an I&I project in this very neighborhood to reduce the infiltration and inflow into the system that we're paying to treat all the water on. The other one was for the large sewer project on Waverly Road. I was informed by Representative Mervan's office that the House Appropriations Committee has approved this. Next, it goes to the Senate and then to the President. And if approved, we'll get about a little over $746,000 toward the project, which is, we estimated at $1.1 million. So really hoping that goes through.
That's excellent
That'll
news.
be-
You were withholding from.
That'll be nice.
That'll be
Wait
nice.
here, hoping that goes through. We're just gonna keep following it, but I'm not gonna dunk the ball yet because we didn't get the money, so. But that project is important just in reducing our costs overall.
Yeah.
And Commonwealth's holding, I have their preliminary report, I'll forward that to everybody. But until we know that money's coming, I don't wanna start on that drawing set yet, so. So that's good news.
That's good news, thank you.
That's all I got.
All right. Yeah, that is good news. Thank you, Mike. Old business, we have no old business. Under new business, we have resolution number 2026-03, a resolution of the Town Council of the Town of Porter, Indiana, adopting a revised employee handbook. Corinne's been working on this handbook for a while. We've all had several reads of it. And I think there was one change, or actually 2 changes that were put in you want to talk about it,
Or
Corinne?
additions.
Yeah, so the AI policy,
The AI
which
policy.
Attorney Willoughby provided for us. And then I did squeeze in one paragraph under retirement benefits about the Hoosier Start Plan, that the town offers it, because that was done after the draft was sent out for approval. So it basically just says, we offer it, it's voluntary contributions, contact the clerk treasurer for more information. So,
Okay.
that's it. I think we're ready to go finally.
We are, I hope.
So I'd look for a motion to adopt resolution 2026-03.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
The motion is second.
Exempt will be this way.
I'm gonna do a big clap. You've worked very hard on it.
Is there a question?
We added it to the agenda to make a first and a second.
Oh, you're gonna do a first and second?
Resolutions don't need a first and second.
No, the
it
other
only
one.
needs one passing, but I think
Yeah.
that,
Some pump.
pardon me?
Never mind, go ahead.
Oh, but Jamie's pointing out what he thinks is a typo.
Just one typo thing on page 33. It says exempt employees shall take personal time this way, and exempt employees will take time this way.
Oh, it should say
I think it's
exempt and
missing the
non-exempt.
non, one of them has the non,
I'm looking
but
for it.
it's on page 33 with personal time. That was on my list of things to do that I did not do.
Thank you. All right. All right, so it's actually, 34, personal leave,
Hold up.
full-time
Yeah, I'm
non-exempt,
pulling it up.
eligible,
Go ahead.
full-time exempt employees are also eligible.
Page 33.
I think it's 34 actually, but is this the area that you're talking about?
28.
Requesting time off. Non-exempt Non-exempt employees may take vacation.
Yeah, because it's exempt employees,
Is it where it says non-exempt
I don't
employees?
know what is.
personally.
Non-exempt employees may take vacation benefits in hourly increments. Exempt employees may take,
them in half-day increments.
Exempt, they use their leave in increments of 1 hour or more. Or exempt employees, see how it's, one of them needs a non-exempt.
Oh, I see. So exempt employees may use their leave in increments of 1 hour or more with prior approval from department head or supervisor. For exempt employees, personal leave hours may be deducted for the accrual leave. I'm not.
That one should be non-exempt.
I don't think that that's correct. I think that it's a.
Where at?
Okay as written. Oh, can I just walk over?
Yeah, walk over. I have it pulled up.
Too big of a squeeze over there.
Okay.
So I actually think that it's okay as written, but I might not understand what his concern is. So
It's on
down
page
here,
35.
it's, sorry, I'm looking at it upside down.
I got it.
It's this paragraph right here, right, bottom of 34, where it says full-time exempt employees are also eligible, blah, blah, blah. Then,
It's different, 'cause that's like that everywhere, under requesting time off.
right, and so I think, what I think.
This one, going down
It
to here.
seems to me that you have the
Well, let's look under this,
non-exempt
it says the
personal
same thing
details
here.
up here, and then down here is for exempt employees, but what he said is that, for an hour or more with approval, that for exempt employees, personal leave hours may be deducted from accrued leave bank for partial or full day absences.
What is the main
He
section?
believes that this is for one type, and this is for another, that this is exempt and that's not exempt, or
No,
vice
okay.
versa.
Oh, the main header?
But I suspect
Yeah.
that it's not correct.
Birthday leave, it's an, or personal leave,
No,
I'm sorry.
he's-
Personal
he's
leave.
right.
He's right.
Paying for partial or full days. Let me just read the rest of it really quick, sorry. I've read this a lot of times.
Yeah. Let's see here. Full-time
Oh, under
exempt
personal leave.
employees are also eligible to receive up to 24 hours personal per calendar year fund.
Yeah, the first one should say non-exempt employees can use their leave in increments of 1 hour or more with prior approval from their department heads.
So the
And then
non-
exempt employees,
Got it.
the personal leave hours are deducted from their leave bank, but, you know, they can't have their salary reduced because they're exempt employees.
So this,
Good catch.
Thank you, Jamie.
thank you.
I'm correcting that right now.
So can we make a motion in a second with a correction?
As amended, yeah.
okay, so you made the, Laura made the motion? Or,
I didn't make a
I
motion.
did.
Oh, you
was-
made-
was
I'm
just-
I made
sorry,
a
I made the
motion to
motion to-
adopt
so you want to amend your motion?
Yes.
Your motion to,
with the amended corrections and changes to page 33 and
That was the
34.
only one, right?
okay,
Just that one section.
34, yeah, page
Under
34.
vacation.
So personal leave.
Under
Requesting,
personal leave.
yeah, under personal leave and requesting time off.
Eagle Eye Spaniard, get it.
all right, Kelly amended her motion,
Yep.
motion.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have amended second?
Did we have this, did somebody already second?
That's how I'm at my second.
Okay, so you can just second.
Okay, we're good. Any other questions?
It's not a question, it was just one, just thanking Chris for adding the AI element to it. It, is rapidly changing as,
It was another thing that was Corinne's idea, I just helped her
good job, Corinne.
put it into.
The rapidly changing, and that's gonna be a major part of everything moving forward, so it's good that we
Yeah.
have it included right now.
Yeah, and actually looking around too, it's, you guys are probably, as most, many things forward, a lot of towns haven't addressed that yet.
Mhm.
And it's difficult too, right, to even know and defining, and as you're getting new programs and doing those, that's gonna be one that continues to evolve.
Thank you. Okay, all in favor of approval, resolution number 2026-03, please signify, or you want to call a roll call vote? Corinne, please.
Sure.
On the resolution.
James Burge,
Aye.
Don Kraft,
Aye.
Laura Madigan,
Yes.
Kelly Kierman,
Yes.
Bill Lopez.
Aye. Okay, resolution 2026-03 passes. The handbook is now,
Yay. Yep, so we'll get that out to everybody.
thank you.
Thank you.
That's the end of new business. Under council comments, I just wanted to, and Corinne, please help me out with this one too. We had 2 students apply for the Environmental Sustainability Commission. I'd like to appoint those 2 to serve.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Do we need to add it to our agenda?
Probably should, since it's a formal appointment. They're presidential appointments though, or are they?
Yeah.
council?
They are
Yeah.
presidential.
You should add it, just for clarity.
I'll make a motion to add the appointments
Back it up a
of
little bit.
the ESC student members to the agenda on new business.
And I will second that.
Okay. So for Laura's motion to amend the agenda again, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Laura. So I would like to, under that, appoint the 2 students. I don't have their names with me, I'm sorry. Corinne has them, I think.
I'm looking it up right now. Aubrey
Duffy.
Forsyth, yes, and Finn Duffy.
Okay. All right,
Yeah. Terracing.
perfect. Thank you. So that's all we have for new business now. Now we'll move back to council comments. I don't have any comments. Does anybody have any comments?
The only comment that I have is, and I don't know if Michael might have the answer to it, when you had mentioned Congressman Moran's office, it seems like it was year and a half ago, the federal government had an initiative on towns and cities that were disrupted by the interstate system going in. And there was an initiative, I remember being mentioned, to provide funding for communities that were along those paths that got severely disrupted, Porter being one of those, dividing up the town and the problems that caused. Did anybody ever hear anything more on that? Did that die with the change of administrations? Is that something that's still alive? We just haven't heard anything, or
I
is
haven't heard
anybody?
anything since that, a
Okay.
long time ago, so I don't know.
All right.
Ain't Jack, but.
It's just, when you mentioned Moran's office, I just, hey, wait a second, we never
Yeah.
heard anything more on that, so,
Yeah.
okay, that was the only question I had.
I just read something about that too the other day. They were showing how they were gonna actually cover up parts of the highway, like in Chicago, where neighborhoods got separated by the highway, to bring them back together and create green space.
Yeah.
They
If that was
did
still
in
alive and there's funding,
Detroit,
it'd
Yeah.
be great for us, because we were impacted by that.
Detroit, I-94 in Detroit, if you've never seen it, is way lower than everything else around it, so they actually did that. They built over the top of the road.
Right, and same thing in Boston, they did too.
We don't have that option.
All right, any other council comments? Hearing none, I look for a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Isn't that so great? I meant to message him.
My neighbor has a